Hey guys, Horse here, and today I am back with another video. I'm going to be doing a quick overview of the new SkyBlock season. This is just going to be covering all the new features and changes coming to this season. And I had to leave quite a bit out of this because there was just so much that has changed this season. So I tried to make sure that I get all of the important points. But let's just start off with there is now no more wilderness at spawn. This means Envoy has changed from the wilderness to /warp PvP. The other thing that changed with envoys is they now spawn over a period of time instead of all at once. Rename scrolls were removed from the treasure chest at spawn, so you can't get them anymore. The hopper limit was moved up to 16 versus the last season when it was 12. Core Protect was added, so that means that the moderators and senior moderators can more efficiently find who's responsible for griefing and punish those players. Definitely going to be a great addition to this season. Now, one item per mob unless manually killed. This basically means that like say skeletons, they will only drop arrows. They won't drop arrows and bones. Iron golems, they won't just drop poppies and iron ingots. They will just drop poppies. This goes for many things. You can see what the mob drops by the hovering over the spawner in shop. As it says, item drops, 50% chance of string. And this goes for everything basically. All right, so the next thing is pretty confusion in the community. There are no more chunk loaders. One, they were just a little bit too buggy, and a lot of people just didn't understand them, so they were removed from the game. They were also removed by they were replaced by an item later on this list. New farmable items, which is ice, cocoa, beans and melons, vines, etc. They're all now farmable. The other things that are going to be farmable are wood and logs. You cannot buy logs from the shop, so all of the kind of old blocks that are kind of easy to get. A lot of the stones, you can't buy cobble anymore. You can't buy stone anymore. And grass and things have definitely gone up in price. The only way to get quartz is to manually buy quartz and mine it with a Fortune 3 or whatever pick you have. It's basically so that the season feels a little bit more like SkyBlock instead of just a creative mode that you're in survival, which was definitely the feeling that we were going for. So flint and steels were added for cosmetic things. I believe fire spread is off, so you can't grief islands, but you can make fireplaces, torches, and all of the things like that, so that you can give some more cosmetically pleasing aesthetics to your island. New custom enchants were added, which is super exciting. We've been asking for this for quite a while. How you get to these new enchants is either by keys and spinning keys and getting these books, or you can buy them for 60 tokens. Now, I'll be getting to tokens in a little bit, but basically tokens is the new eco. And here are all the enchantments. So farmer is basically gives you a higher chance of wielding more crops. Basically, when you farm, you'll get more items when you farm per block and whatnot. Farmer 1 is just a decreased level of this. Speed 2, it gives you the Speed 2 enchantment. The Speed 1 gives you Speed 1 enchantment. Strength 2 and Strength 1 both give you the Strength effect, basically. But you need to make sure that you have Strength on every single one of your pieces. That means all 4 for this effect to go into place. Grinder gives you more XP, same with Grinder 1. Decapitation 2 means that you have a chance of decapitating mobs, which is a much higher chance. I believe it's 1 in 500. And then for normal players and PvP, it is a 1 in 3 chance. I believe this is just a lower chance of getting the ability. Water breathing gives you infinite water breathing in and underwater. Night vision, it gives you night vision permanently. New tokens added. So this is what I was talking about. This is basically the new economy to prison. Of course, we're going to still have money. We're going to still have spawners. We're going to have all of that. But it allows for less like overpowered eco. It won't go completely wild completely quickly. And this will limit how many things you get. So you get ecos by farming, and when you farm, then you can spend those uh, tokens either on enchantments, custom enchantments, or on spawners. Now, to make money, you need spawners, so you're going to want these tokens to progress throughout the season. And they'll get rarer and rarer, and they'll get more expensive and more expensive. So definitely stock up on them as much as possible while you still can. You also need both money and tokens to buy spawners. Now, there are 4 spawners that are basically the best spawners. They can all die from AFKable traps, and that is going to be, I don't know exactly where they are on this list, but they're going to be Creeper, and then Rabbit, Spider, I believe, and then Chicken. So those are the 4: Chicken, Spider, Rabbit, and Creeper. Those are the 4 that gives the highest chance of the most money. Now, new holographic scrolls. I have a video in the description on what these are, but they're basically pumped up signs, I guess. I'm not entirely sure what they are. But they're definitely a super good cosmetic that you can use on your island, especially when people join. They're very aesthetically pleasing. You can go look at the link that I have in the video description below to see what and how they work. So new island owner permissions. This means that island owners can now break shop chests signs. You can't break locket chests, that I believe, but you can break a island member's shop chest, so you don't have to get a staff member to do that for you anymore. So the sell wand throttle is super incredibly useful. So if you don't know what a sell wand is, a sell wand sells the contents of a chest with 1 click. Now, what the throttle does is it allows your sell wand to only sell a certain amount of items plus. So basically, I have my thing toggled at 3,000. That means if a chest does not have at least 3,000 sellable items, then it will not sell the chest, and I won't lose a item or a use out of my sell wand. It's fairly simple. You can test it out if you want. A few new spawners were added: Snowman and Guardian. One of them drops crystals, and the other one drops snow blocks, which are both sellable in the /shop. And then there's new farming choices were added to SkyBlock. This basically means wood of all types. You get more for single 1x1 trees, and then less by 2x2 trees, which is completely fair. The other thing that was massively buffed was fish. You can also sell seeds now. That way you can get a little bit more money via wheat farms. The other thing that was added was like poisonous potatoes, golden carrots, so you can definitely use those to a huge advantage. Now, mushrooms were added. You can now farm melons. You need a silk touch axe to farm these. And the other big thing that has really shaped this season so far is the new addition of being able to sell ice. That's never been done before. You have to farm ice. You cannot buy it. So it is now able to make shops with it. It's definitely going to change kind of how the season goes, because I think shops, like personal shops, island shops, are going to come back a little bit because, you know, you have to craft these things like stone and cobblestone and things like that. So you have to like go out into the world and do a lot more work to get the items that you need, which is going to be a definite advantage because I remember shops used to be a big thing, but then they died away because there was so many items that you could buy at shop, and now we've cut down a lot on that. Anyway, guys, hopefully this gives you a better understanding on how this season is going to work and all of the new changes that has happened this season. If you enjoyed, leave a like, and if you didn't, well, you can leave a dislike. But any feedback would be appreciated in the comment, comment section below, if I can talk. And I'll see you later. Bye.